study of the solutions. Here in the first question, the given M is matrix 0, 1, 1, 0. So the inverse of this matrix, that is adjoint M divided by determinant M. Find the adjoint, we know that we have to find the minus and cofactors like that. But for an adjoint for a 2 by 2 matrix, we just interchange the diagonal values and take negative in off diagonal values. So here we have to change the 0, 0, here's no change, and we have to put negative on off diagonal value. So we get the adjoint of a 2 by 2 matrix. Adjoint M divided by determinant M will give you the M inverse. From that we know that the determinant of M, that is minus 1. So we get the answer as M only. So M inverse is equal to M means the inverse of M is equal to M. And also we get here from this idea, that is M transpose is also M. So the given matrix is orthogonal. So the eigenvalues of orthogonal matrix is plus or minus 1. So in the options, that is incorrect statement, that is only, that is it is a non-orthogonal matrix. That is an incorrect statement. Here we get the idea, that is M transpose is equal to M. Whether a matrix A which is equal to A transpose, that is a symmetric matrix. Okay. We have to tell about that A into A transpose, that's equal to I. Then A transpose should be equal to A inverse. This statement for an orthogonal matrix. Here we get that A transpose should be equal to A inverse. That is the matrix is orthogonal. So the statement C is incorrect. Okay. In the second problem, they are given a matrix equation. So we have to find the matrix equation which represents a circle or ellipse or hyperbola, something like that. So we just multiply the matrix. We know that row into column matrix multiplication. So 5x minus 7y, 7x plus 3y. After one more matrix multiplication, we get the equation like this. And here we know that the equation we can simplify by multiplying into the bracket, and after here we get the answer as 5x square plus 3y square is equal to 15. From that we can divide throughout by 15. So we get an equation which represents an ellipse equation with a semi-major axis root 5. So from this idea, here we get the answer as an ellipse of semi-major axis root 5 as the answer. Okay, so option B is the answer. In this third problem, they are given a function which is 0 from minus pi to 0 and sin x from 0 to pi. Here in this function, we have to find a Fourier series. So we know that Fourier series, we have to find the coefficient of cos 2x means we have to find a2. a2 equal to 1 by L integral of minus L to L f of x cos n pi x divided by L dx. Here a2 means cos n is 2, that is cos 2 pi x divided by pi dx. Here f of x from minus pi to 0 is 0 and 0 to pi is sin x. We just split the integral and here it is 0 given in the question. Here we know that it is sin x cos 2x. We know the formula, that is integral sin a cos b, that is sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. So we can change this form into sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. Here we get as sin of 3x plus sin of minus x. Sin of minus is minus sin x. After integrating, we know that integral of sin, that it is minus cos, and after putting the limits we get the answer as minus 2 by 3 pi. So the integral value, that is minus 2 by 3 pi. Here we get the answer minus 2 by 3 pi, that is option D is the answer. Here in the fourth problem, they given that P and Q are symmetric. We have to find that the condition for a PQ metric symmetric condition. That is, we know that here P and Q are symmetric. So PQ should be symmetric means that PQ all transpose should be equal to PQ. PQ all transpose, we know that AB all transpose, that will be B transpose into A transpose. So here PQ all transpose, that is Q transpose into P transpose. Q transpose should be equal to Q only. Here because this is symmetric matrix, P transpose should be equal to P. So we can change this into QP. So this should be equal to PQ for a matrix PQ symmetric. So which is equal when PQ should be symmetric when PQ equal to QP. Okay, the option C is the answer. It is very important question. In this fifth problem, they are given the work done and we have to find the work done for a complete cycle. They given that a complete cycle, a unit circle. So considering a unit circle, here we know that unit circle means R is equal to 1. So X is equal to cos theta, Y is equal to sin theta. So we have to substitute in work done, that is X equal to cos theta and Y is equal to sin theta, and dx equal to minus sin theta d theta, dy is equal to cos theta d theta. Okay. So after putting x, y and dx and dy, we get the expression as like this. And we go to find the integration of these two terms in a complete cycle means 0 to 2 pi. We know that cos integral cos n theta means, that is n minus 1 by 2 integral 0 to 2 pi cos theta. N minus 1, n is 3. So 3 minus 1 by 2, that is 2 by 2 integral 0 to 2 pi cos theta. Cos theta integration, that is sin theta. Sin of 0 and 2 pi is also 0. So this integral will be equal to 0. Here also we can substitute sin theta as t and sin theta differentiation, that is minus cos theta, that is dt. So this is will be integral 0 to 2 pi t square dt. Okay. So we get the function as tq by 3 after integration, and putting the limits we get the answer as 0. So after by integration the work done in a complete cycle, that is 0 for this integration. In the sixth problem, they are given a function which is mod sin x. Here we have to find the coefficients are non-zero. So we know that the function is an even function. We know that mod sin x should be equal to mod sin of minus x. Okay, so this is an even function. So we have to find the non-zero coefficient. For an even function, we know that the beta n, that is sin term, will be 0. Okay, so we have to find alpha n means a n terms, that is 1 by L integral minus L to L f of x cos n pi x divided by L dx. Here from this diagram we know that because the function is mod sin x, so the graph is like that. So the integration from minus pi to pi, the integral limits from minus pi to pi, the length of the wave, that is minus pi to pi, and the function mod sin x and cos n pi x divided by L is pi dx. Here we know that minus integral minus a to a can be replaced by 2 into integral 0 to a. Here also we can change, that is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi mod sin x cos n x dx. We have the form, that is integral cos a sin b, that is sin of a plus b by 2 minus of sin of a minus b by 2. So we use the formula here. So we have a as n and b as 1. So we have in the form that is sine of n plus 1 x divided by 2 minus sine of n minus 1 x by 2. After integration, we know that sine x integration, that is minus cos x, and we have the form here, that is minus of cos of n plus 1 x divided by n plus 1. Integrate from 0 to pi. Here also we get the form, and we know that cos 0 is 1 and cos of n plus 1 pi, where n is odd means n plus 1 is an even into pi, that is 1 only. So we have 1 minus 1, so this integration is 0. Here also 1 by n minus 1 common. Here cos 0 is 1 and also n is odd means n minus 1 is even. So cos even x, that is even pi. For cos n pi, n is even means cos of n pi, that is 1. So 1 minus 1, that is 0. So for n is odd, the integration is 0. For n is even, we have the form that is 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1 is common, and we can substitute 0. We get the answer as, for n is equal to even, we get the answer as 1 by pi minus 1 by n plus 1. Cos 0 is 1 and cos of n plus 1, for n is even, cos of n plus 1, that is odd. So cos of odd pi, that is minus 1. So minus of minus 1, that is plus. So we get the here as 2. Here also we get the condition like that. So minus 2 by n plus 1 plus 2 by n minus 1. After cross multiplying and take common, and we get the answer as 4 by pi into n square minus 1 as the answer. The question is, in this Fourier series, the coefficients are non-zero, we should find. The coefficients are alpha n for even n. For n is equal to even, the constant or coefficient is non-zero. Okay, this is the answer. Problem, they given a surface that is z is equal to plus or minus under root 3 by 2 x square plus 3 by 2 y square. Here we have to find the unit normal vector to the surface. So the surface equation is z square is equal to 3 by 2 x square plus 3 by 2 y square. So we have to find the formula of equation. Okay, so here we can change this equation as like this, and we have to find the gradient for this surface, that is del v is equal to 6x x cap plus 6y y cap minus 4z z cap. So the unit vector normal to the surface, that is del v divided by mod del v. Mod del v, that is under root for a vector ax plus ax cap plus by cap plus cz cap. The mode will be under root a square plus b square plus c square. Here also the mode del v, that is under root 6 square into root 2 by 3 and 0 1. That is the point we have to find the unit normal vector. So we have to put the x, y, z that is given in this point, and also we have to find del v by mod del v. Okay, this is the answer, from which we get the answer as, here we can just simplifying cutting the common terms, we get the answer as root 3 by 5 x cap minus root 2 by root 5 z cap. Here in the option there is no answers like that, so we just convert into the option, that is just multiply numerator and denominator with root 2. So we get the answer as root 3 by 5 x cap minus 2 by root 10 k cap. That is the answer, that is option B is the answer. Okay, here in this 8th problem we have to find the line integral. Here the f is given along the semicircular path. So here we know that the circular equation, that is x square plus y square is equal to 1. because the radius is 1. So we have to differentiate this equation. We get the answer from this. X dx is equal to minus dy y. Here we know that dl is equal to x dx plus y dy. Okay. So f dot dl is f is given in this question, and f dot dl is x dx under root x square plus y dy under root x square plus y square, because we know that a dot b is a is a1 x cap plus a2 y cap plus a3 z cap, b is b1 x cap plus b2 y cap plus b3 z cap, a dot b is a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. That is the sum of product of the coefficients of x cap, y cap, z cap. So here from this we get the answer as f dot dl as like this. But in the path, semicircular path, we know that x dx is equal to minus dy y. That is x dx can be changed as minus y dy, or we can substitute y dy as minus x dx. So the terms are equal. That means the equal and opposite, that is the f dot dl is equal to 0. So the integral, that is 0. So the answer is option B, 0. Okay. In the 9th problem, they given us the two matrices P and Q are, P is Hermitian and Q is skew Hermitian. So which of the following combination is Hermitian matrix? So we can simply find the all combinations and check the whether it is Hermitian or not. So here they given as P is Hermitian, means P dagger is equal to P and Q dagger is equal to minus Q. So here the answer is P plus IQ. That means it is Hermitian, means P plus IQ all dagger is P dagger plus IQ all dagger. So P plus I dagger, that is minus I, into Q dagger is minus Q, because they given as Q dagger is minus Q, that is Q Hermitian. So here we get as P plus IQ, that is a matrix dagger which is equal to itself, that is Hermitian matrix. So we get the combination P plus IQ is Hermitian. Here we can check one more, that is PQ all dagger. Dagger, that is Q dagger, P dagger. Here Q dagger is minus Q, P dagger is P, PQ is cannot equal to minus QP. So this combination is not a Hermitian. So we can check all the one. In this question we can make the speed. Only one is the possibility, that is we should maintain the speed to check the Hermitian. Okay. And then 10th problem, they given as a constant vector f and r is the position vector. We have to find the del of f dot r. Here we know that f is can be a constant vector, can be represented as f0 into x cap plus y cap plus z cap. Okay. And r bar is the position vector. We have the general formula, that is x cap plus y cap plus z cap. And del of f dot r, that is f dot r, we know that the sum of product of the coefficients of x, y, z. Here we get f0x plus f0y plus f0z, and del means we know that del, that is dou by dou x of f dot r x cap plus dou by dou y of, like that. So here we get the answer as f0 plus f0 x cap plus f0 y cap plus f0 z cap. So here we get the answer as f only. So the del of f dot r, that is f. So the answer is option B, f. Okay. 11th problem, in which we have to find the inverse of a matrix, in which we just represent the inverse in the form of matrix, in which we have to find the characteristic equation. We know the every matrix which satisfies its characteristic equation. How to find its characteristic equation? That is, determinant of m minus lambda is equal to 0. Lambda is the eigenvalue. So we know that m minus lambda is like that. We just lambda I, that is I, we know that 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Lambda I means 1 is changes as lambda, and we subtract the from this matrix, that is minus lambda 1 1 0 minus lambda 1 1 0 minus lambda. After we have to find the determinant. We know how to find the determinant. Okay, that is first term into can neglect the row and column and multiply the terms like that, and take the next minus of the second term and neglect the row and column which belongs to the second term, and multiply these terms and minus these terms, and also we have to take the third term and we neglect the row and column which belongs to the third term, and we have to multiply these terms. Okay, multiply and subtract. Okay, you know how to find the determinant, and we get the answer as lambda cube minus lambda minus 1, and which this is the characteristic equation of this matrix. Every eigenvalue, every matrix which satisfies this characteristic equation means we have change the lambda with the m. Okay, so we have changed the lambda as m, that is m cube minus m minus I is equal to 0. From that, m cube minus m is equal to I, and we multiply throughout with m inverse. So from that, m inverse into m cube, that is m square, minus m inverse into m, that is I, that's equal to m inverse. So we get the inverse of the matrix as m square minus I. The second option, that is m square minus I. So we get the inverse. This is the answer. In this 12th problem, they given 3 vectors. We have to find the vector product. So B cross C, we know that we have to first find the B cross C, the determinant of I, J, K. We just put the coefficients of B, that is 2, 3, minus 5, and C as 0, 1, minus 1, and we just find the determinant. Okay, so we get the answer as 2i plus 2j plus 2k. A cross B cross C, that is one more determinant, that is A coefficient, that is 0, 1, 1, and here B cross C coefficient, that is 2, 2, 2, and we find the determinant and we get the answer as 2j minus 2k, that is, you know that 2 into j minus k. Here we know that C is j minus k, so this is in the direction of C. So on the same direction as C, that is option A is the answer. Okay. In this question, they are given the surface integral of the field. The surface is given, and we have to find the relationship between alpha, beta, gamma by doing the surface integral of the surface. That is, we know that a surface is given, we have to find the surface integral, means closed integral surface integral A dot dA is equal to 0. We have to change into volume integral del dot A d2. This is, we know the Gauss divergence theorem. From the Gauss law, we know that A dot ds is changes to del dot A d2. Okay, surface integral is changes to volume integral. Here also we can change it into volume integral. So del dot A d2, here the A is given. So del dot A, that is, we have to find the gradient of this function, this vector, that is 2 alpha plus beta j cap 2 alpha plus beta minus 3 gamma. We get the answer from this. How to find the del? We know that d by dx ax plus d by dy ay plus d by dz az. From that we get the del dot a from here, and into d2 is equal to 0. So we know that for a complete integral over the surface cannot be, d2 term is cannot be 0. So we know that this term is 0. From that we can change and we can divide throughout by 6. So from that we get the answer as alpha by 3 plus beta by 6 minus gamma by 2 is equal to 0. So we get the answer as option B. Okay, just we doing the Gauss divergence theorem here. Okay, in this 14th problem, they given the trace of a 2 by 2 matrix is 4 and determinant as 8. So we have to find the eigenvalue. Here they given a one eigenvalue, that is 2 into 1 plus I. We have to find the other eigenvalue. We know that sum of eigenvalue is trace. Sum of eigenvalue is trace, that is lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is equal to 4. And we know the determinant is the product of eigenvalues. This is very important fact. We have to remember it. Okay. The sum of eigenvalues trace and product of eigenvalues is determinant. Okay. So we know the one eigenvalue, that is 2 into 1 plus I plus lambda 2 is equal to 4. So in this we can find that lambda 2 is equal to 4 minus 2 into 1 plus I. That is 2 into 2 minus 1 plus I. Just open the bracket, we get answer as 1 minus I into 2 is equal to the other eigenvalue. Okay. So the answer is 2 into 1 plus 1 minus I is the answer. 2 into 1 minus I. 15th problem, they give an equation, that is dy by dx is equal to minus y square by x. In this 15th problem, they give an equation, that is dy by dx is equal to y square by x, and also they given the boundary condition, that is phi of 1 is equal to 1, and we have to find the range of x for y is a real and finite. We know we have to find the function of function y, and we should find the condition for x for a real function. So dy by dx is equal to y square by x. From that we have to find the y as by integrating it. We know how to find integration here, that is y raised to minus 2 dy. Integral y raised to minus 2 dy, that is minus 1 by y, because y raised to n integration, that is y raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Here it is 2, that is y raised to n is minus 2, that is y raised to minus 1 by minus 1, that is minus 1 by y is the answer. That's equal to 1 by x integral, that is log x plus c dash, that is the integration constant. From that we substitute the boundary condition, that is y of 1 is equal to 1, that is for x equal to 1, y is equal to 1. Substitute this, we get the log 1 is equal to 0. So the constant as minus 1, and substitute c dash is equal to minus 1, and we get the function here as like this, y is equal to 1 by 1 minus x, 1 minus log x. So here we know that for x is equal to 0, log x equal to 1 only. So we know that 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So y is equal to infinity. So the function is equal to infinite when x equal to 0. So here we get the function as infinite. So from that we know that the x range, it is not defined for, it is defined for 0, but we should find a positive digit to like that, because here x equal to 0 we get the function as an infinite function. Here we have to find the range of x for which the y function is real and finite. Here x is equal to 0, we get the y as an infinite function. So we should consider the x range as for positive values. Also we know that log x is not defined for negative values, so here it is not possible, here also not possible. Here we know that we can not define the x at 0, so it is not possible. Here it is the range of x for the function should be real and finite. So for watching.